It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Are you in loser denial or something?
Jeff and Jeremy here online, KZOZ.com. Let's do Dumbass of the Day, shall we? Thanks to our friends over there at Peterson U-Cart. They're having their big summer sale. You can save 10% on walk-on bark, garden soil, compost, and topsoil from now until the end of September at Peterson U-Cart in A-Town.
I prefer Gordon Sal.
Gordon Sal instead of garden soil?
Gordon Sal.
Is that what I said?
No. You started going down that path, though.
How pathetic can some people be?
I was in a relationship for a few years, and I think in the time I was in the relationship, all dating communication went exclusively to text. You can't call anybody anymore. If you call someone, they're like, "What? Are you on fire? Then quit wasting my time. Text me that." And I don't like texting people, especially girls. There's always miscommunication that happens. This is a situation I get into all the time. I'll text a girl. She texts me back right away. I text her back right away. She texts me back right away. I text her back right away. She texts me back right away. I text her back right away. She texts me back right away. Then I'll say something like, "All right, cool. So you want to get pizza on Tuesday?" And then I don't hear anything. And I'm like, what just happened? I know you read that. You responded to 20 other things I just said. What, do you not like me anymore? You don't have 2 seconds to say, yes, I want to get pizza, or no, I don't want to get pizza? Would you check your phone into a locker and go ride a roller coaster for a few hours? What's the deal? And after a few hours of no response, I get real upset. And I just want to send a text that says something like, well, guess who just got uninvited to the pizza party? You did, because I hate you now. Girl always writes something back. Sorry, I was at my niece's ballet recital. We had to turn off our phones. Whatever, we're done. I finished that pizza hours ago. I went with my friend Brian. He's nice to me.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
We got another Tesla driver on the autopilot. Got in a car accident. I mean, we've heard about these people sleeping. This guy was not actually sleeping. You want to guess what he was doing?
Oh, he was playing video games.
No, he was watching a movie. And he's a doctor. This happened in North Carolina. He's an emergency room doctor. He has a Tesla. Because, you know, you got to be like a doctor or something to have a Tesla.
Yeah, I mean...
Dr. Golly.
I would love to know how many drywall hangers have Teslas.
And here's the thing. He's 68 years old. He's not like some dumb millennial. No, I mean, I'm sorry. That was very rude, millennials. I'm just saying he wasn't somebody who was young, unexperienced, and dumb.
This is
happened to be in the age bracket of a millennial.
This is the problem with these cars, though. And my folks recently bought one. And it scares the crap out of me that the two worst drivers that I know of have a car now that they know they will default to the autopilot.
Oh, really?
Eventually, yes. They'll be like, why would we bother driving? Why would we just let this thing drive? And it scares the crap out of me. But there's nothing I can do to stop it, you know? It's just like, well, whatever happens, happens.
When I was driving that Ford Explorer, the new one, it had the
lane assist.
The lane assist. Yeah. It's not quite autopilot, but literally the damn thing will drive down the road. You set the cruise control. It keeps the distance of cars in front of you. It has the trackers for the
Kevin
lanes.
At Paso Ford.
It steers the car.
I said, wow, this is like everything that the Tesla brags about. He's like, yeah, basically every car manufacturer is just ramping up and getting ready for the autonomous revolution.
Right.
And this is the transition to it now. And it's like, whoa.
I was down in
this is getting real all of a sudden.
Santa Barbara for the weekend. I was coming home Sunday morning. I stopped in Buellton, got myself a sausage McMuffin sandwich and a coffee. And I'm driving, well, the car's driving the freeway, and I'm sitting there eating my sandwich, and it's turning corner. I'm like, this is so cool. But then after about 5 seconds, the dash starts flashing, the steering wheel's vibrating. It's like, put your hands on the wheel, put your hands on the wheel. Otherwise, it won't do it. And so that's what Tesla needs to do.
They have sensors in the wheel. Yeah, Ford can do it. Why can't Tesla do it?
Tesla needs to do this.
Put sensors in the wheel to get people to make sure that they're at least paying attention.
Because they're going to say, well, no, this is a full-on autonomous car. But the problem is, no, you can't rely on it because what happened is the sensors didn't work. All these emergency safety things didn't work on this Tesla. And this doctor rammed into 2 police cars, injured just minor injuries to 2 police officers. But I guess, you know, if you're distracted driving and you're not paying attention, probably the last thing you want to do is run into a cop.
Yeah.
Dr. Goley was arrested for operating motor vehicle while not paying attention, viewing at any television, computer, or video player. Driving a motor vehicle while viewing a television, computer, or a video player. I didn't know that was an actual thing.
What would you do if you saw somebody watching a movie while driving a car? Because you can do it no problem now with cell phones and with mounts on the dash. I've seen people do it. I want to know what you do if you see somebody that's clearly distracted because they're watching a movie while driving down the road. What do you do?
I honk at them.
So you don't call the authorities or anything like that? Because, you think honking at them is really going to get them to stop watching the movie?
Here's the problem with calling in, and we've had JW in and asked about this. And his answer is, okay, you call it in, we'll get on the freeway, the closest officer, but then we have to witness them doing this. And so by the time we get there, if they're not still doing it, we can't pull them over and issue them a ticket or talk to them unless we see them doing it. So a lot of times I figure, well, by the time they get here, it's going to be too late. But
so you honk at them. You think that's going to get them to stop
called in
watching
somebody
the movie?
who I
What if
thought
the movie
was
is really good? What if it's
That's what I was thinking about this Dr. Goldie. What do you think he was watching?
I don't know.
Was it a good movie?
I don't know. It must have been good. He hit 2 police cars.
I mean, it has to be I want to know what movie it is because I want to watch this movie because I have an ADD thing that happens during movies where I'll be watching a movie and then I can easily get distracted. But this movie must be so good that he wasn't even concerned about all of the other vehicles driving around him.
Right.
Or the 2 cop cars stopped in front of him. Congratulations, Dr. Goldie. You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We load, U-Cart, you save.
Coming up, 8:20, final shot to win. Make sure you answer the phone the correct way. KZOZ, Ride the Lightning. It's KZOZ, Ride the Lightning. All right, make sure you text the word RIDE to 805-543-3693. We will send you back the instructions.
Have I got a story for you, no mask guy, and everybody else who's no mask guy or gal? This coming out of Korea. There was a Starbucks in Korea, okay? And at the Starbucks in Korea, 55 people got the Rona. They got the virus. This is in South Korea.
Okay. 55 people that work at a Starbucks or 55 people that were just there?
Were patronizing the Starbucks.
Okay, so
over the course of the day.
Obviously somebody at Starbucks had it.
4 employees were spared. Guess what they were doing? They were wearing face masks. An infected woman visited the cafe. Poor ventilation linked to an air conditioning unit in the cafe likely contributed to the virus's spread when it sat in the Starbucks and sat in the Starbucks and sat in the Starbucks. 4 people that were employees were spared. They always put their mask on before going in and leaving the place. And they did not test positive for the coronavirus.
Oh, very nice.
See, does this change your mind at all?
It makes sense. Well, I don't know what kind of mask they were wearing. They were probably wearing an N95 mask. Well, because that's what they say. They say the regular mask that all of us wear really doesn't prevent it from us from getting it. It just prevents us from, spewing the virus on people, the spores, if you will. That's what they've always said. But I believe in the mask is a good idea. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I wear it, and I'm. Listen, I sound like I talk like a tough guy sometimes, but I'm still trying to avoid people I don't know. I try to avoid going to public places.
Do you really?
Like I don't go to the grocery store. I'm like, send my wife. She's way better about it than I am. No, I go. Does she
do gloves?
But here's the thing: I go to one store. It's a small store. It's by my house, and I know the store, and it's not a big store like a Vons or a outlet.
It's not doing big volumes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of people in there, and so I feel comfortable there. But I'm trying to think other things that I'm not doing that I would typically be doing.
This is the kind of information, like South Korea, they're like, hey, 55 people went to this Starbucks, and they got coronavirus from this Starbucks. I want that kind of information passed along here. In
But
the
these
United
four
States.
people didn't, and this is why.
Yes, exactly. Here in the United States, they're like, yeah, a guy somewhere in the county got coronavirus.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
You got an association.
I would like to know, if I came in contact with this person.
Well, it's all like everybody's private rights, but who cares? Just tell me where he was at and how it happened.
If you're really worried about the betterment of community and not the virus spread, then people's rights to privacy would be it'd be waived
right.
in this instance, because you don't want the virus to spread, right? So let us know who, where, how, what time frame these people were infected, so we can know what to do on our next steps. Like, should we get tested? Like, the person I came in contact with, the company that she works for, they had a strict code, and they're like, okay, here's the deal. You came in contact with somebody who tested positive. You're not to come in contact with anybody
you need to go quarantine
over the next 10 days.
It's 14, isn't it? 10?
For her, it was 10 days because of 4 days had already elapsed, and she'd tested negative for it. But they still wanted to make sure,
I guess I saw a new study out of the Wall Street Journal this morning. I should share it with you. It says guys are handling the new normal better than the girls are, and how they're doing it. And maybe that will help some people out. We'll get to that next.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
So a new study says boys are handling this whole new normal better than the girls are. The girls are feeling more isolated than the boys are. The boys are spending a lot less time on social media where the girls are. And the guys instead are doing things that they like to do to adapt, like play video games again. So
fix up a house, damn it. Landscape a yard.
This study said a lot of the boys, and I'm guessing these are people between the ages of their teenage years to about 30 years old, have gone back to playing video games more now that they're stuck at home and, they're staying off social media. And I'm thinking, well, gosh, I'm not doing that because I haven't played a video game since I was a teenager. But, I mean, had my own system. I've played
I started playing Subway Surfers. My kids turned me on to it.
I don't know what a Subway Surfer is, but
Subway Surfer is
a game?
Popular app game where you run as a cop chases you. You're a graffiti artist, and a cop chases you through the train yard and the subways to catch you while you collect coins, kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see.
And you collect coins, and if you run into something or you're not running fast enough, the police officer catches up with you and busts you for being a graffiti artist.
That sounds like a great game for young minds to play
I thought the same thing too, and I was like, wait, give me that. And then I started playing it.
I think everybody knows what I do. We talk about it. I go fishing a lot. I get out. I go out to the lake. I go camping. I've been doing more of that than I ever have. But just kind of getting away, doing something different, I think is the key. And I've been thinking about golf because I know golf is something that you can social distance doing, and it's something I enjoy doing. And I kind of stopped doing it. Maybe that would be my video game, is to go back to the game of golf.
Yeah. I was talking to the guys at Hunter Ranch the other day, and they gave me 2 passes. You want to go sometime soon? Let me know. We'll go. I have 2 passes burning a hole in my wallet right now.
Or when do they expire?
I don't know. Let me see.
Maybe we could go when it's a little bit cooler out, not 90 to 100 degrees in the North County.
Hunter Ranch is amazing because there was a stretch of time not too long ago where it was like 115.
Oh yeah,
for like
it was 2 weeks ago.
For 7 straight days.
And the smoke.
And the condition is still pristine. It's amazing. I was like, what the hell are you guys doing to make sure your grass doesn't dry out?
They probably water the hell out of it.
Let's see.
Do we still know a guy that works there?
Yep. We know a couple guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I mean, I only know one, unless I know more than I didn't realize it. But yeah, golfing is a good thing to do. Hiking, getting out, doing different things.
They listen to us in the restaurant up there.
In the restaurant, huh?
They must not want people to eat at the restaurant.
Good morning, then. Yeah. I might put on some nice jazz or something. I don't know if I'd put this on.
At the grill, they're listening to us right now. Thank you for listening.
So are you doing anything new? Did you go back to doing something? I'm kind of curious because I'm looking for other things to do. Yeah,
Doesn't expire.
I love to fish. Oh, good. What are you doing to kind of keep your mind straight and maybe stay off spending time social media. This going back to playing video games seems to be a very popular thing. 805-543-3693.